All right, welcome back to another episode of the Within Range podcast. Snoop Eastwood, Ear God, Dom Juan. Boys, big episode, big guest in the house today. This man's doing crazy numbers, touring outside the country, collabing with some big names, opening up for some of the biggest names in the game. Excited to learn more about his story and journey. There's something we had talked about before the show, but and I'll explain what I mean by this after the segment or after the intro. But I feel like this man's a complete artist, and I'll dive into kind of what that means and what I feel like. But
I'm hoping we answer the question: how are you doing all that and you're still in a bitch purse, dude? I mean,
hey man,
you still find the time?
Still find the time, man. You got to. It's
I wouldn't think with that much motion you'd be able to find the time, but that's dedication.
It's dedication
Sorry,
for sure, man.
no, I love that, dude. Well, listen. That's classic. Jared about outdid me because I was going to be like, and if you guys need to remember something, don't ever get shit twisted. Had bitches in a hoopty. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Daily Finesse today.
Come on. Appreciate y'all having me, man. This was lovely. Appreciate y'all.
That is a real test, dude. If
spectacular intro.
You like that intro?
That shit was fire.
Jared.
Both ways was fire. I love it.
Love it, man. All right, so Daily, we appreciate you coming on. We've been, communicating with C's, and this is... been waiting for this to happen. Finally here now. We like to kind of start by taking it back and working our way to where we're at today and catch up with you. But one question I think is fair to kind of start this off, if you don't mind me asking.
Sure.
What made you go with Daily Finesse over Finesse Daily? Because honestly,
that's crazy.
I feel like you can't go wrong either way.
Either way, huh? I started off with it was Finesse before, but I thought I was cool spelling it with the dollar signs like no one had it. I started looking it up on YouTube. Fucking 70 motherfucking
Isn't
people
that a
with
soul
that shit.
crusher, dude? You look for
bro.
something out there, and there's just 1,000 on Spotify there with no monthly listeners, but they have the spot there.
Right,
they got it. I mean?
They just beat
they
you
own
to
the
it.
web domain. It sucks.
So I kept trying to figure out what to put in front of it. And finally, I was like, Daily. And I just stuck with it. With it.
Love it.
I'm not going to lie. If you ever need something to be named, Dom is the guy to do it.
I do all right, man.
Yeah. Like Riff Raff with colors, that's Dom. With name and branding.
Well, listen, Drew, I'm glad you said that because if you're talking about names, we're going to get into title and track listings. And let me say, my friend, we pride ourselves on being able to name stuff, but some of the projects, your EPs and your album names, and then some of the title listing on your tracks, we're like, this guy knows how to name some stuff.
I appreciate that.
Artisanally crafted, you can tell.
That's fire. Appreciate you, for real.
Man. All right, so from Phoenix, Arizona.
So I was born in Las Vegas, raised here.
How did we... I was trying to find...
I'm going to be honest, I don't think nobody really knows that.
Bro, because listen, we do our homework, and I was like, all I'm seeing is Phoenix, but my heart's telling me that's...
Yeah. No, I came here when I was like 5, so I've been here all my life. So I claim Arizona, you know what I mean? I don't want to be... saying Vegas, and I've been here for fucking 30 years.
I was going to say, at a certain point, you get certified.
Yeah.
And it's well before 30 years here.
30
you know
years
what I mean?
is
come
a long
on.
time.
Yeah.
For sure.
And what part of the valley did you...
Here?
Yeah.
West.
West
Right
side.
now, I'm out in Surprise right now.
Okay, on the west
I've been there
side.
for the last, 20 years, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's grown a lot out there, man.
It is. It is very, very calm, very quiet.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that,
They got a Sprouts. It's a little shit, You get past a certain age, you're just like, oh, man.
No, that's a fact.
The Sprouts Deli sounds wonderful today.
Is he a first of the west side of Phoenix?
Well, we had... Dela Prime was Glendale.
No, we definitely had. We've had some West.
I think
Surprise though might be.
Nofo is represented, but underrepresented. I would say would be the least frequent. We gotta put some data together.
Yeah, of all the artists from all over the valley. Southside, we've had a lot of Southsiders.
Yeah,
as you can imagine.
Big C's over there.
yeah, his neck of the woods. So back to my point earlier, boys, and I had mentioned this to them off camera, and I said I think Daily might be one of the most complete artists we've had on, and what I meant by that was, if I bundled up sound, style, body of work, collabs, your numbers overall, impact, and then just the way you do shows, we've had a lot of people on the show. I mean, your C's was talking 80-something episodes, and you might be one of the more complete packages. Would you agree with that if you had to?
I would definitely agree. I'm not really the guy that's like, I guess I'm fucking humble, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is, and people tell me stop being that way, but that's just how I move. But I definitely pride myself in being a complete package for sure. Because I tell everybody, like, a lot of the shit outside of the music is still the image of everything, how you move and how you politic with people. You go to shows, you got your whole crew with you. You know what I mean? When you cameraman, when you go places, like, you have to have this whole package. And it took me a very long time to finally get there.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I got a team right now that's working, and I'm very happy. This is a great time in music for me, for sure.
You're moving,
Look at
man.
you smiling.
I know.
Fired up. I feel like it's like we watch out, we see him videos, we see him performing, and like Dom and I always like to joke, like when we watch Future in videos, when you catch him smiling, you know some crazy good shit was happening behind the scenes, dude. We see you cheesing like that, dude. Like, you're fired up about what's going on. That's awesome, dude.
Love that. If I had to add one thing, it's because all the hard work that when nobody else is watching, we noticed it.
No, I appreciate that, for real. Thank you, guys.
Man. Yeah, a lot to get into, and we're going to get to the music, but one thing that I might have heard about is that you might have a special relationship. I think it's with your father, your pops. Do you mind kind of, sharing us about that relationship and why that's important to you and special overall?
Yeah, that's my dog, man. It's my pops, but I call him my dog, you know what I'm saying? Definitely a real close relationship. My pops is disabled, couldn't go through there. He went through like a chemical exposure when I was young. So he's completely can't use his hands, can't use his legs for anything and stuff like that. But it's just the relationship we have is he just understands everything I'm doing. Like, he's just my number one supporter when it comes to the music and just anything, man. Like, he's just 100% behind it. He's not questioning me for anything.
Damn.
And I know that side is kind of tough because most people will tell you, like, you're doing music, man, that's a long shot. Like, you're going to spend 20 years maybe investing in this. You don't even know if you're guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you got, like, your dad behind you or your mom and you're just like, hey, like, if you're going to do this shit, do it 100%. Like, don't stop. I'm behind you. What do you need?
Right.
And that's powerful.
And that's how my pops is, man.
Man.
That's cool. I mean, different story there, but my grandma took a fall. They had just bought a house, and I wasn't born yet, but they had just bought a house, and they had just closed on it, so they were all there. The whole family was there. They were looking around. My grandma went up to the balcony. I guess the rail was rotted, and she took a tumble off there. She ended up paralyzed from the waist down. And, dude, I just remember being a kid. She used to drive one of those Ford Transport big old vans with hand controls, man. Like, you see stuff like
Still
that,
working.
and I'm just like, I get pissed off when I'm out of coffee. Like, I go in the morning,
real.
and it's just like, it's shit like that, and it is corny to say, but, like, it just slaps you in the face, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. What are you doing, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
That shit makes you appreciate a lot of
everything,
things in life,
just
man.
the
Like,
little
even
shit.
the simple things, man.
Right.
For sure.
So Pops has seen the growth then, right? So when you first started doing this to now, like, he's got to be like...
Like, the second I walk out of here, my dad's going to FaceTime me, like, how'd it go? Send me the video. And I'm like, we'll be on YouTube soon, Dad. Like,
Damn.
I'll send him the link. So
We always take some pics at the end. You can fire those off.
I got to.
Yeah.
Also, if we're taking pics at the end, we can't see it on the camera angle because we kind of go from the chair up, but no one's going to see the Toronto. It'll be the pictures that they see the hat.
Yeah, bro. The
fit.
shoes and the fit. Yeah.
I got you.
They're not seeing it right now. You're here. There we go. There we go.
Show, flex it off.
Yes.
And passing a sock check.
Right,
at the same
yes,
time, dude. You know what I'm
yes.
saying, dude? Come on.
Yo, we have to get a picture of him in the seat with the feet up because that's like the perfect thumbnail.
Well,
right
we got
That's fire.
the stool
That
stand.
actually,
fire.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that
that'd
is.
be the
call.
perfect
Definitely.
thumbnail.
Drew's our creative director. You know what I
Okay.
mean? He knows how to point the good shit.
Drew's air support and sniper coverage at the same time too. It's like we're in here just laying down suppressive fire sometimes, and all of a sudden Drew just comes down with the AC 130, and it's just like,
Drop
you know, it'd be fire.
So I did before we moved on. I did have one question about your pops. Is he? Would you call him like a ghost A&R? Like, is he? Does he get feedback and stuff when new songs get made? And it's like, Dad, what you think of this?
Definitely, man. He's the one who gave me that old soul, man. Obviously my catalog is a lot of like samples and stuff like that. So a lot of those songs that I worked with is because of him, like saying, hey, you should try this song or sample it, and I'll find a producer that could either make it or I'll go find somewhere I could buy someone that has that exact sample. So definitely big influence with that for sure.
That's
Silent
awesome.
A&R. I like that.
Yeah.
Man.
Silent
super-
A&R.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
that's
Hey, that
fire.
might have to be his Instagram handle that he's got to have to
I
add.
know. No, that's fire.
Oh yeah.
That's fire.
I might have heard. Are you quite the chef?
Oh, man, I'm in the kitchen for sure.
All right, dude, give us some. So
Let's go.
Jared's a big foodie guy. This guy be chefing too. What's
Listen,
some?
we saw in the video, dude, Pellegrino and oysters. We were dying
man.
over that, dude. We're like, man,
That
that's how it
combo is
lived.
crazy.
I was like, I don't
Yeah.
even think there was booze on the table. Like, it was just
Just
Pellegrino
Pellegrino
and the
oysters.
seafood tower, dude. And I'm like,
Man,
I'm honestly trying to see more of that in my videos.
No, I'm huge. I'm huge into the food thing for sure, man. I cook like a motherfucker too, but anywhere I go, like if I travel, I gotta go to the top restaurant they got there. Like,
oh shit,
the city that people or the people tell me what's good in that city. I gotta go try that restaurant.
yeah, you got to test it out.
Okay.
What's your you personally like, Chef? No, what's your
You got a lady coming over.
Yeah, if
I
you're-
don't know your lady situation, if you
Yeah.
have one or not. But what you're trying to impress a female.
It's tough, man, because first off, these girls are fucking picky as hell these days. I'm gonna just say that.
chicken tenders for everybody?
Like actually,
Chicken
you're like, yo,
fries.
bro, check this. I'm actually whipping up cauliflower with gluten free. Like,
Yeah, no, hey, bro, and it's really like that right now. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's like
Hey.
it's good that you want to eat healthy, but it's like, god damn, I gotta go to the store and get
Listen.
vegan cheese and fucking like.
Speaking of sprouts,
Joe, yeah, exactly. Joe Rogan says it's not good, so I don't do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I say good Italian, you can't mess with that. Good
Okay.
Italian and wine is an easy call. Like, anyone
you
that's
pairing
close
some
to-
pastas with some reds? You doing some? Is that
Oh,
what
for
we're
sure.
talking? Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, as a cuisine guy,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like French food's overrated
No.
compared to Italian? Though?
Compared to Italian, for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. But like when you look at like Michelin stars and things like that, there's so many French restaurants,
lot.
and I'm just like,
You're right.
it's just a lot of sauces is good. I'm not
Yeah.
saying French food is bad. I'm
Right.
not saying that. But do you think it gets too much play, dude?
It is over Italian for sure.
I agree.
And Italian got so many options.
Yeah,
man.
you
It's
really do, man.
so many options.
And it's like it's accepted pretty much all over the globe.
Oh,
Gun
for
to your
sure.
head, that is Italian food for the rest of your life if you had to. Is one cuisine.
Fuck.
If you had to pick.
Dude, I
You
think
know what's crazy? I eat a lot of fucking Mexican food, man.
Dude, I was just gonna say and I'm talking like when you open up, people think like, oh, Mexican food, I'm eating burritos and da da da. If you open up to the whole gambit,
Pozole, menudo, like
Yep. That's
that or man, it's Chinese too.
Yeah,
dude.
Chinese
Chinese
is
is broad,
fire.
dude.
You can't
Mexican,
mess with that
Italian,
shit.
and Chinese are like
Yeah,
three
you
main
can't
food
miss.
groups. If you got those
You
for the
can't
rest of your
miss.
life, you're
Cause
living.
I can eat fucking tacos all day, every day. I'm not gonna
Every
lie.
day, dude.
All fucking day.
Damn.
I had some pozole today to keep
Hey.
secure this signature right here.
Especially after being sick too, nice little
Bro,
sweat
that
it
shit's
out.
Man,
That's
that or
either
some
that or
ramen or
hungover.
pho.
That's for the soul. Yeah, that's for
Pho,
the
too.
sickness.
You hit some
Yeah.
pho,
Oh, for
nice.
sure.
There's something. What is it about a Vietnamese restaurant that's good for a hangover? There's
know.
something about
So
that.
the
And then they
pho?
hit you
The
with the
pho.
lime juice, the
Oh, the
Vietnamese
pho. Yeah,
coffee.
with
Yeah.
the
You
pho.
just put the lime in that pho. You start sweating it out, dude. You come out of there. They're so nice,
like a
too,
song.
Oh,
dude.
fuck
It's
yeah.
just like
One of my boys owns a pho spot out here, Pho 43.
pho 43.
Yeah, shout out my
Okay.
boy Dave. Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're
I'll
gonna
have
have
to
to
pull
hit that
up.
up.
Maybe do an
You go
episode
there.
in there. We
The
pull
one
up and
I
do an
remember-
episode.
Bro, we could.
I think, yo,
That'd be fire.
Dude,
Like
so
that
I remember-
motherfucker drinks though, like their whole family, like perfect restaurant,
The Pho
food
Kings,
fire,
dude.
hospitality is amazing. But like when you walk in, you sit down and you order your food, but by the time you order that shit, he's already bringing you like privileged Hennessy out the back and like pouring. He's not even asking you, he's just fucking pouring the whole table up.
okay.
Say
Can I just
less,
say this?
dude.
And
So,
I'm like,
I have Vietnamese. My stepmom's Vietnamese. I have three
Yeah.
half Vietnamese siblings. Vietnamese people love Hennessy, dude.
no,
They
for real.
love Hennessy,
This is
and they
a known
love
thing.
blackjack.
Yeah.
they love
And
blackjack
blackjack.
and Hennessy.
What a combination.
dude!
Listen.
Every family gathers. Dude,
Listen,
It's
that
there,
sounds like a
dude.
good
Fire.
weekend to me.
That
dude.
sounds like a
Fire,
great
dude.
weekend.
right.
The
It's
Hennessy's
like
that Hennessy fucks me up. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's the
Yeah,
one
the hen
drink that
dog.
like
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. Like you know what I mean? I could drink tequila and I'm active. I want to go.
You
have
drink
some
whiskey
fun.
a little bit?
I
guess
drink
it-
whiskey a little bit for sure. Like a good old fashioned or something like that.
Yeah. Can't
I
go
don't know
wrong.
what
Can't
I'm
go
like
wrong.
on tequila. I don't really remember.
It's a good sign,
A good time for sure.
man. All right, music's coming up, but I do want to confirm. You still a Drizzy guy?
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, we're Drizzy guys.
This is a safe space, dude. We're actually.
I don't care what
This
the fuck
actually the whole
anybody
interview
says, bro.
is
He makes great music.
right, dude.
You cannot
Thank you.
hate on this shit. I don't care
Bro.
about the battle. Cool, he lost. I don't care.
It
But
doesn't
when it comes to the
matter.
music, he's dropping a great body of work. He's dropping projects. Like that's the shit I want to drive.
And
my
then
car
you know
to.
what gets me? And me and Jared laugh about it. Like when they try to be like, "Oh, well, he makes music for women." It's like, and
Great.
and
Great. I would love to have
That's
a
what gets you to
fucking.
listen to it.
Do you know what's
Please
great
give
is
me that
listening
fan
to
base.
music around women that they like that makes me not want to blow my brains out. That's a great fucking thing, dude.
No, for sure.
It doesn't make me want to kill myself when I'm hanging out with them.
No, for
No,
sure.
dude. God, I'm freaking out. You just said it exactly what we've been saying, and I've
Yeah.
said this for probably a better part of a decade now. And people are like, oh, he doesn't write his own. And I'm like, first off, it's been proven that he does write plenty of his own stuff. And I was like, even if he did, that music is so good. I want to see what he does with a fucking 200 employees. Show me that room.
Yeah.
Show me a 100-person writer room.
If they write all his fucking songs, y'all better get his writers.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
I'm
You
like,
guys doing?
I don't like. That's the thing too. Is like it is show business at the end of the day, and like there is the lane for like, oh, this person's this real gangster, and they do this, and that will always be the core of it.
Yeah.
But it's in the mainstream market now. There's a pop element to it. There's genre blending.
Yes.
You gotta you can't just be like, oh, he's a pop star. He's the most diamond.
He's
now.
a complete
he beat
artist.
the Beatles.
Complete.
It's done, right? Or Jackson, wasn't it? It was the Beatles and Michael Jackson.
And then
he's
him,
done
yeah.
with.
Yep.
He's got 10 diamond records.
They wanted that
What are we
boy to
talking-
end so bad
couldn't
after
do it.
that
They tried.
Kendrick shit.
His
tried.
lawsuit's going well. All of the Kendrick stuff's
Yeah.
not going great. They're all the shit he
Got
accused
knocked
Drake
off
of.
the
They're
Billboard
finding out
Hot
people in
100.
his crew are predators and all that shit.
Bro,
like,
it's crazy.
no, he's winning, dude. And people
It's
are
crazy.
oh shit, cut that.
And then drops a project right after, and what happens?
Family
Everybody
Matters.
goes right
Family
back.
Matters
Come
was
on,
the best song of the beef by
Bro,
far, and it's not
for
even
sure.
close, dude.
For
It's not
fucking
even close.
sure.
Kendrick had a great concert.
That's how I felt.
That
Yeah.
was a great concert.
Yeah. No, for sure.
He won.
He knew
the
what he
beef.
was
Congrats.
doing though. He fucking was very calculated with that shit. Like
the
he knew
machine
he was about to
behind
drop that
him-
album.
The machine behind him knew what they were doing.
That's why
Yeah,
you
and
had to
That's
go.
what the lawsuit's uncovering.
That's why you had to perform that song fucking 7 times in a row. That
Because
was-
no one's trying to hear. What are you gonna play? Swimming pools, money trees?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, after
fuck.
that, the catalog gets.
You could play
gets
3
real.
hours of Drake, and I'm not getting tired of it.
he's got man.
Drew, were you
for
gonna
sure.
say something? You look like you want to chime in on this.
Man, I was gonna say like, you're like one of the few people I would say that we've had on the pod. I feel like that is on the Team Drizzy side.
That's why I had to
So-
mention it because I was like,
It's
let's
just
confirm
yes,
this because
bro.
we're all Team Drizzy here. So let's
Yeah.
set the record.
Yeah,
People will argue
And-
about
and-
that shit too. Like,
and every point that you literally made examples is exactly how we feel.
yeah.
So it's good to have a couple other
It's
people
nice,
on
dude.
that.
The
same
kindred
side.
spirit, you know what I mean?
All right, last question before the music, boys, because I know
Had to
we got
give-
a lot to talk about the music, because fucking
Yeah.
incredible music.
Appreciate it.
He said he doesn't do cameras. He said he likes being behind the camera.
Yeah.
But talk to us about C's and y'all's relationship. How did y'all link up and come to be to make this
Man.
this duo? This
Should I tell them
dynamic
the real
duo?
story? This shit was about 2 years ago. Mind you, I don't get on Facebook for shit. Like I have it
Damn,
connected to
Facebook.
my.
Let's just start there. Dude.
Yeah, it's connected to my Instagram, so if I post on there, you know how it goes. It still posts on Facebook. So I hardly ever use that shit. One day I finally pop on the app and I get a message. But the fucking message has no fucking picture, no profile, nothing. Not a fucking
Just
goddamn
words.
picture in sight. And he just wrote me like, man, I love the music, bro. Like, I would love to sit down with you. Like, let's, you know what I mean? Because I play my music all day while I'm working on cars and shit like that. He's like, I would love to link with you someday and, you know what I mean, talk some business or whatever. And first I'm kind of talking and he's like, yeah, man. Oh, shit.
Hey,
It's all right,
you're in
Jared,
good
Jared just
company,
did the
dude.
same
Listen,
thing. Hey, keep
Hey.
it going.
It's the
Fuck it.
vibrations.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'ma drink to that. I'ma
I'll
drink
to that.
Cheers,
too.
dude.
Hey, by the
For
way,
all
I
the ones
can't
who
really
don't-
see it in frame, so you're good.
I'll bet.
You're Gucci.
Okay,
You're
good.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'll make sure you can't see it.
No, it's all good. But he reached out and he's like, man, I want to go to like a show or if you have merch or something, like just let me know. I'll pop up. Like, cool. I'm responding to him, but like the fucking no profile thing is like,
You haven't
I
asked,
feel
and at
like-
this point you haven't asked about it.
I haven't said anything.
Okay.
But for me being who I am, I'm thinking like it's a fucking setup. Like, meeting you, what the fuck? I ended up going to a Matty Ice event. And as soon as I walk in, I'm in there with a bottle of Bel Air, just by myself, basically. And I see this fucking guy in the back with fucking 10 goddamn diamond chains on. Every fucking ring had diamonds on it. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And he calls me over. And I kind of look like, who's he talking to, you know? Walk over there, and he's like, man, I'm the guy who wrote you on Facebook. And I remembered instantly, like, oh, shit. Shook his hand. We fucking talked for like 2 hours, man. He's with his family. Everybody's just drinking. He got a section over there. We talked for like 2 hours, man, just having drinks together. And then fucking week later, he exchanged numbers that day. We ended up linking like a week later for lunch, man. And
Rest is history.
rest is history. Now it's my brother. We talk every fucking day, a couple times a day. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
Drew,
Like,
can we get some
Yeah.
you know what I
the,
mean?
the, the other
for
class
us.
for that one? Dude, that was
You were iced out like
That
that
deserves
just
a
with the
credit.
fam, dude? That's crazy.
yeah.
You see him back there trying to...
I know, dude. Listen,
Trying to set an
you
example
gotta
for the youths.
Jared, you got to see the whip out front. He's like, it's 8 years old. I was like, this shit looks brand new. The way.
Dang,
It's
okay,
clean
I
out
gotta
there,
go see
so.
out there, dude.
Dope, man. All right, cool. I felt like that was important to acknowledge. I mean, listen,
for sure.
I said it right before we started the show, but we work with many artists and had a lot of guests on here, and some of them have managers, but between the communication, what we've seen, you being active on social media, like y'all are doing some shit. So kudos. Keep
and
up
I
the good
gotta
work.
and I gotta give a big shout out to C's for sure, because at the time I met him, bro, I was on a good long ass break. Like I was indecisive about if I want to fucking drop music again or whatever, but like that motherfucker put that spark behind me. He was like, bro, you're tripping. Like you great. You need to fucking make this shit happen. Like what we gotta do.
You pulled a Rick Rubin, Johnny Cash situation.
Right.
Dude.
No, for sure.
They just pull him out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No,
No, for sure.
you ain't
That's
done.
amazing.
Yeah.
No.
No, for sure.
All right, music time, boys. I got plenty. I know Jared, Drew. Who wants to kick us off with the music?
Start out with a single, dude. 100 Laps, dude.
100 laps.
That shit's
Shout out,
absolutely fire. You got Vino on that. You guys work together a lot.
Yeah.
It looks like. How'd that relationship start? How'd that song come together? The guitar on that?
Yeah, that's Tony Chalk, man. That's my brother too. He DJs for me as well, but mainly producer. So he produced the record when I was out there in LA. Me, Vino, and Jay Waves called us over to his house. He plays a bunch of beats, man. The problem with this guy is he has fucking so many beats that it's like...
The archives are crazy.
You go into a trance, it's kind of...
Yeah, no, for sure. But you'll never leave his house. Like, you'll never stop trying to record songs because he's going to keep pulling up more beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy you got to stop after hearing like 4 or 5 beats. I'm like, no, I need that one. Because otherwise you're going to be there for fucking 2 hours going through beats that you like.
But if you can get one in the first 5, I'd say
no, for sure.
That's good hit rate.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's big, man, because now I'm trying to like... If I like something, I'm just trying to get to it. I don't want to fucking sit there.
Yeah.
Searching for beats can get tough, though. I will say that. And that shit is like, if you're... People will send you beat packs, man, and you might like 1 out of 50.
Damn.
And that shit would drain your fucking energy when you're just like...
Just
skip.
pressing forward.
But when you hear that one, you just got to load that shit up and start writing as fast as you can. Like, all right, here's my concept I got, here's my idea, and just go from there.
Just right when the lightning strikes, you go. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that the process for a lot?
No, that's the process for most of it, yeah.
Just kind of letting it come to you and then you run with it. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy because it for that being a bit more of a freestyle kind of call it process where it's just like I'm going through and I hear that it just sounds like you wake up in the morning and you're like, here's exactly what I'm going for today, but you still let it come to you organically. That's cool.
For sure, definitely.
I think that might be a good segue, Drew, to what we had talked about before he came out with the producer tip, because I think I had heard on one of the interviews you had done where at that time, it might have been a few years ago, but you were looking for a main producer. Have you found that?
No, but I have like 6 or 7 of them that I could call.
Listen,
that's
that many options. I would say is good. Though.
I do know a guy. He's not local, but he does have a billboard plaque on the wall, and he does
talk to me.
The old school samples. Dude.
Is he wearing a gray shirt button up?
Sometimes, dude. Sometimes that's a uni, but
listen, I'm always searching for beats, man. Always.
I feel like that's your lane, dude. I mean, are you bringing the old Kanye back?
What's
Embrace debate.
You know what's funny is I when I was listening to your catalog, I actually was listening to, it was your first project that you put out, which was It's Daily. And that first project, there was not one skip. It almost gave me the vibe when I first listened to it. It kind of gave me the same feeling that Victory Lap did for me with Nipsey. Like,
damn.
I was like, wow, this is an incredible album. But one of the things I liked about that project is it seemed like you really know how to craft songs for you as like an artist producer. But I was talking to Dom and I was like, the one thing I feel like is missing is there isn't one person that can like really craft a sound that can take you to the next level, but it's not really them being better than what you can provide. It's just finding the right person that can just take you to a little bit more left field with your vision. And that's what I was like, I had asked him, he brought that up and he was like, I don't know if he has found his producer yet. So he's like, we'll ask him on the show. So it's interesting. So to me, I feel like everything that you've done in terms of the way you package your music, the way you put together your music, it seems like you've done everything so well. You're just like one little chess piece away from it just taking off.
Nah, man,
So
appreciate you.
so we were talking about that. So I think maybe off camera we can definitely exchange some numbers and see what,
sure.
because your sound fits very perfectly with like stuff that I do or like I like
Hell yeah.
doing.
Dude, you got
So I
like
think-
an AZ Dom Kennedy vibe.
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
what he
like
had
the
said
AZ
earlier. I was like,
Dom Kennedy
Yeah.
vibe, which is just we need that. That's
Yeah.
that's the sound that I see kind of out
Because
here
they don't
too.
really have it. Like,
Well,
No,
it's the mix
no.
of like the luxury, the lifestyle, the soulful beats. It's I mean, Drake-esque is what we.
It's
Yeah,
the West
kinda.
Coast.
Right.
It's the West Coast boppy
Yes.
sound. A lot of times, it's not the only thing, but I'm saying like a lot of times it's like that West Coast boppy, chill, sometimes upbeat. But then you add the luxury element
Yeah.
and like the food, like all that shit is just like, it's just damn that shit blends right. It's
No, it's
nice,
fire,
dude. It's a
bro.
good, it's a
Yeah.
good blend, man.
Hey, and you're the first person, I swear to God, that has ever brought up my first album ever. The album that
It's
everyone talks
fantastic.
about is
The
Cakey
intro,
Pockets.
the intro was. I'll say this: the intro reminded me in the aspect of transitions and things like morphing into each other from like one part of the song to the next, like Tuscan Leather. It had that.
And that's a fucking record too, bro. I
That
fucking love
well,
that
it's
song.
got like 3-4 beats in the song, so and it
Yeah.
has a lot of transitions. So when I heard it, I was like, I was listening to it and I looked and I go, what song am I on? I look and it's the same song, and it's not a very long song. It's in the 3-minute range, and I'm like, damn, I thought I listened to like 4 different songs already. I thought I was halfway through the project already, and I was like, no,
Damn.
this is
First person
fantastic.
ever to mention that.
Bro, ever. Everyone always goes back to Cakey Pockets. That's my personal favorite too.
Well, listen. All right, so
But that's
It's
the
hard to
first time.
pick. It's hard to pick a favorite project.
good
can we
to
talk
hear,
about
man. I'm
the
happy
track
as fuck to
listings
hear
real
that.
quick before you get into this? Because
Yeah,
let's
just go
just
for it.
let's just
start
name them real
listing
quick.
them off, dude.
New Levels, New Devils. Keep the cameras rolling. Game to be sold, not told. Fendi off the mannequin, Cakey
That-
Pockets. Like, bro, like the title.
Yeah.
Fendi
the
off the
album
mannequin
pro-
is.
That's crazy.
Cakey Pockets. That's
And he
fine.
mentioned
Cakey
Tuscan
Pockets is
Leather.
my favorite.
Dude,
though.
what
That-
was the one? What was the other one that was luxurious? Is all
love the
could
car-
be,
the
dude.
car,
oh, dude,
too.
dude.
Which
Macedo Toscana.
Oh yeah.
You ever sip that nectar?
No.
Dude, we looked it up. Dude, we
I
Googled it. He was like, it's $800 a bottle. We were
Listen,
like, what?
I recorded that song with Wes, and we're like, what we call this shit? He's like, man, give me some expensive ass like wine or something.
And
he's
he
like,
knew. Yeah, no, Macedo Toscana.
pull it up, and I was like, that shit sounds player. That's it.
Yeah.
It is. It is exactly.
I'm glad that it worked like that though. Like
It
I'm
is
glad that
exact-
people will go and like look and see what it is.
We
You know what I mean?
literally Googled it, and Jared
That's
was
fine.
like, bro, guess how
he
he
band a bottle.
He goes,
dude.
guess how much a bottle? I'm like, I don't know, 400. He's like, dude,
It's a band. Dude.
yeah,
We're talking.
band a bottle.
Hey, listen.
Oh, yeah,
It was
one sip.
$1,000, $898 at Total Wine. Get at him, dude. Listen. That 100 counts, dude. That's
No,
that's
hell
money
yeah.
in your pocket.
No,
for
hell
Total
yeah.
Wine, dude. No, I just loved it because he mentioned Tuscan Leather, dude. That shit gave me like that. Just that. I don't want to compare to this person anymore because
Yeah.
I think he's fallen from grace. But it gave me that Diced Pineapples, just that 2010 kind of just that
Dope as fuck.
the peak of luxury.
Yeah, luxury rap.
Stack on my belt, but you can still see my boxers kind of vibe.
Yeah. No, for real.
But and then you said can't hear shit you're can't hear the shit you're talking like I'm Bobby Boucher.
Sorry, dude.
I'm out.
You might have created like a niche genre of rap music. We might have to call it like Michelin.
Michelin rap.
Michelin
That's
rap,
fire.
dude. Lux LA, like kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lux
Fancy
West,
shit.
dude.
Yeah, I'm talking that
Yeah.
talk right now,
Lux
man.
AZ, dude.
We got more.
We got the branding experts in the room, dude. This
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
true.
His lives are so
Dude,
high,
yeah.
spilling
This is
drinks.
true.
You know what I mean, dude?
So Drew mentioned a different project. He mentioned one. I'm about to mention a different one. My favorite track that I came across, the title alone, I'll go back to Biltmore Music.
Oh,
First off, if you know the Biltmore,
yeah.
okay, like you just know already. So the song title got me, but then you had that line, "Don't ever get shit twisted." Had bad bitches in a hoopty. And
Yeah.
again, it's like Jared just talked about. It's the mix of luxury, but you portray the Phoenix landscape. You show a lot of the city in your videos. That mix as Phoenix, Arizona guys in a branded organization, like it's nice to see, man. We appreciate that shit.
No, fire, bro. Appreciate you. That's definitely one of my songs for sure. I fuck with that song heavy.
Man.
Just the luxury life, man. That's it. That's all I ever want to talk about. I don't want to. I'm not a.
Where did that come from?
The influence you're saying, or just
Like the influence, the
The
motivation.
lavish focus, man.
Yeah.
Like
it's just the only thing I enjoy listening to. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't want to hear some broke shit when you
yeah, and it's but that's some people's thing though. Like, I can't like.
just left the Del
For instance, like
Taco.
I talk about my pops like in certain songs, right?
Yeah.
But I'll never go too deep. Like I'll let you know just a little bit, but I won't go through the whole fucking background or like you know what I mean. Like it, I don't
That's
like
peak,
to.
dude.
My biggest thing is like
That's
if I'm
peak.
in a car and I'm driving, I want to feel like I got a fucking $1 million in my fucking passenger seat.
No
And
matter,
like,
no matter
I
what
don't
you're
want to feel
right.
depressed.
This
I don't want to
man
feel like,
gets
you know what I'm saying?
This man gets
If I get a
it.
shorty in my car, like, I'm,
Do I want to
know what I'm
leave
saying?
work
Like-
and hear about the struggle?
no, not at all.
I just left it.
Exactly. I need to feel
I just
up.
spent 9 hours
Right.
in the struggle trenches.
I don't want to talk
dude.
about work when I get in this car.
I
you know
want
what
to
I mean?
hear that, Larry
Yeah.
June. That yes, I want that.
That's a fact.
Listen, we're talking about themes in your videos. Obviously, lavishness is a theme across your music, your videos. Another theme we noticed in your videos. Talk to me about Latina women between 5'4" and like 4'10". Talk to me about that.
That boy trying
We're
to.
talking about themes in the videos. I'm just saying. I just have eyeballs. I have eyeballs. Talk to me about Latina women between 5'5" seems like a really. It seems like we're pushing it there. I'm gonna say this: 5'6" still apply. 5'4" to 4'10" preferred.
Yeah.
Slim thick.
Oh man.
If you don't have a
Hey,
tattoo,
Jesse,
if
he
you
said,
don't have a
"Can she cook?"
tattoo, fix it. Fix that. Work on it. Go to Scottsdale. Don't go anywhere else. And if talk to me about that.
Just sweethearts. That's what I call them. They're
They're
just,
just good women.
Sweethearts.
Just sweethearts. He says.
good women. Good time. You know,
Damn,
good
okay.
energy. You know
We
what I'm
might have
saying?
noticed that.
I thought there was more to it. I thought there was more to it. You know, listen.
They love me. You know, more importantly, they love
Is
me.
that
We
what
can
it is?
tell that.
There we
They
go.
love
We
me.
can
We
love
tell
that.
that.
Okay, so it's you can't help what your vibe
Brings, but it
your
attracts.
vibe attracts your
Exactly.
tribe,
attracts it,
Exactly.
yes.
and your tribe
Your vibe attracts
is
your
very
tribe.
heavily 5'4" and under slim thick
Yeah, that's
Latinas.
crazy. We're clipping this one.
That
for
shit is
sure.
funny as fuck.
We're clipping this one 1,000,000%.
What do 5'4" and under Latinas mean to you? Do you know? Is there a symbolism in your videos?
Now I gotta go back and look at my videos.
Bro,
and
listen,
see like that.
no, because that's
No,
what
the
we were doing.
compilation's
I had
crazy,
I had
dude.
watched them, and then we came over here, and we're like, "Are you noticing?" Listen, and I'm not judging. I'm just noticing. Is all it is. That's
Damn,
awesome. That's
dude.
awesome.
There's
Oh,
just
man.
so many of them, brother. It's just
So
there's
just
so many of them.
it's just a product. It's a Phoenix thing.
Yeah, I just like good energy. You know what I mean?
just like
Good energy, good company. That's it.
So you're keeping them happy. You're not pissing them off if you got.
Yes,
Not too
hopefully.
many. No, not at all.
No, I feel
don't
like
think I'll
he's
piss
like
anybody off.
he's like
He's
the most
holding it down.
generous, happy.
Yeah, I'm a
like,
good
just,
guy, man.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
I'm
where
a
we're
good
getting out of
guy.
this one. We're on a high note. I'm a good guy, man.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's all that's
Stamp
important.
it. Boom. We're
Right
out.
there.
So I had a question though. When you were pulling bad bitches in the hoopty, what was the hoopty you were driving, and what was the one you were thinking of driving?
91 Honda Civic.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
I was
those
gonna
Honda
ask if it was
Civics.
accurate days. I was a Camry. I was a 2000 Camry guy.
Yeah.
I had a nice Kenwood 12 back there. Couldn't see anything out of my mirrors when I was playing music, and those are some of the best years of my life in that
Yeah.
car, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So what's the one you're envisioning though?
A fucking Maybach, brother.
Maybach. Okay.
He's like, and I'm not even driving it.
Not even driving.
Autonomous.
And that 91 Honda, listen, I had speakers in my car that were more expensive than the car. Let's start there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But it was a stick shift, and
Ooh, it was a
that
stick,
motherfucker
dude.
would
Listen.
turn off on me. Like, it would just stall. Like, I'm talking about, like, at the light, turn off on me.
You had to
Motherfuckers would laugh at me, and I got to...
Feather that first gear. It wasn't
that
like
back
a
in
quick
neutral.
bite.
Ooh.
It was the
Yeah.
It's like you're skipping around if it wasn't green.
Motherfucker, hey, wheel alignment was bad. Had a flat tire every 2 weeks. Fucking-
Yeah, that's
I
was
that is the
right.
hoopty.
Did you ever have? It's honestly, there's the stall out because I drove a stick for a
Yeah.
while, dude. You get the stall out, nothing dries it up.
Yep.
When the girl's next to you, you stall. But there's one that's worse, dude. The stall, you're like, man, this fucking engine, dude. You can blame it on something. When you hit the lug, the fucking almost the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she's in there. Oh,
And that was my first car.
Oh,
my
God,
first
that
car
shit
was stick
That was the
shift.
first one.
Yeah.
Hurts. Damn.
That shit was crazy.
Wow.
I had a lot of fucking fun in that car, though, man. I was everywhere.
you can get away with it when you're young. You're playing in a different league.
Listen, that's when you,
know
put
what I
that
mean?
$20 in the gas tank and that shit's filled up.
Yes. And back then, $20 would get
Bro.
you.
You're like,
fucking
I go to
everywhere,
Mesa.
bro.
I go to Mesa. I can go to Surprise right now. Tell me where you need me
Bro.
to go.
Yeah.
All day
Yeah.
long.
Man.
All day.
Love that.
Jared, you got some segments for the boy?
Man, segments.
If not, it's all right.
Honestly, I could cook some up on the spot, dude.
We don't do them for every artist. They gotta come. You know.
Yeah,
They gotta
yeah.
I
get
mean,
a
just
segment.
lavish
Appreciate it.
lifestyle. Okay, I'm trying to get a picture of like because lavishness comes in so many shapes, sizes,
so many
forms,
forms.
and dollar signs. But, okay, back room, fantastic steakhouse, private room, private dinner. Everything's perfect. Everything you'd want. The bourbon's flowing, or 8-course like omakase back room of a sushi bar, or you're sitting at the sushi bar, and he's just feeding you sushi until the check comes and you have to leave, and you're just like, oh shit, I guess
So you
it's
tapped
done.
out.
Probably the first one.
Yeah, steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
sure.
I like
Steakhouse
that.
guy.
Okay,
For sure.
okay, and then we'll keep going through the brackets. Steakhouse or French Laundry.
Damn. I'm still probably going steakhouse.
Okay, still on the
My
steak.
guy.
Still on the steak.
My
Steak
kinda
guy.
guy.
Meat and potatoes type of guy. Dude.
Imagine
There we go.
imagine paying like $500 a person for a meal at the French Laundry. They bring out some this
Little ass
this is
fucking
crab
piece of
leg
meat.
2 bites
with,
worth,
with
yeah.
a crawfish motif.
Yeah.
And it just and you're like,
No, I done that shit before, and
yeah. Give me an 80-ounce tomahawk with
Yeah,
some
no, for
sparklers
sure.
on it and
For
some
sure.
bottle service girls bringing
That's
it
all
out
I
to me.
need.
That sounds better.
That's all I
luxury.
need.
Yes. All right. I agree.
So let me
Okay.
ask you: have you been to any Michelin star restaurants?
I have not.
You have not. Okay.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how did the tire company tell us where to eat?
Yeah,
I can't fucking
So-
think of that shit.
Fuck. That guy fat. Yes, he is. I don't know, dude. But
So
like,
it was
fuck?
it was
because they used to
suggested.
drive. Yeah, it was you use Michelin tires and you drive. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so what they did was they used restaurants as a way for people to travel more, and then they made sure at the different places where Michelin star recommended places, they made sure to have Michelin tires stores there, so that
So
way
it was a
Fucking
psyop.
smart though, I'll tell you that.
Psyop.
So really, all the Michelin star, the booklet of Michelin star recommendations was really just like it was really just like a side marketing thing, just to get people in the door.
There's a
But it
fucking
became
tire
this
shop next
yeah
to the place.
yeah now it became
I'd fucking
yeah.
punch air, dude. I'd be pissed, dude.
And then it became literally the most prestigious. And Jared, to actually answer your point, the reason why more French restaurants are on the Michelin star is because Michelin is based
in France. Boom. Boom.
That's dope.
Chris,
So the whole thing's bullshit.
It's rigged, dude.
It's
It's
a
rigged
fucking-
from all
rigged.
Marketing
Fuck
for
that,
sure, though.
dude. I'm going to Yelp exclusively, dude.
It's crazy how many
Google
like
stars,
like
dude.
so it's funny because we're talking about this with chefs, the people that go through those rigorous types of training or just even working at restaurants, the rigorous lifestyle just to even achieve a star, right? Would you say out of your career, if you were to say out of every project that you've done, which would you feel like is like Michelin star rated?
Damn.
In terms of
Good flip,
quality,
Drew.
quality
I was
fucking
waiting.
there, dude.
I don't know where he's going with this, but
I
I
saw
hope
that
he
punch
lands.
coming from back here. I didn't know, and it hit.
in terms of quality, in terms of like just the funness of process of writing.
I
or
know which
putting
one
it
I would
together,
say,
maybe the ease of it. What would you say is like this is a 3, this one's a 2, and this one's a 1? Obviously, Michelin 1 to 3 is great, but like which one would you say is a 3?
So
which
put
one's
them
a
in
2?
order?
Which one's a 1? Yeah,
3 being higher or low?
3 is the highest. So Michelin
Highest.
star,
What's
that's
your
like
3, your 2,
yeah.
your 1?
Which one's your 2? Which one's your 1?
Give
So
us
1 is
the-
like
the
this
Daily
one's like
Finesse.
this is the first album I would recommend to like ease into my music. Second one is like this is just the banger. Third one is like this is my magnum opus. Of this
Damn.
Which one would you pair with a white wine versus a Morgan?
It's tough, man, because
That's fire.
I for sure still to this day, Keggy Pockets, man.
Keggy
is-
Pockets,
is my
dude.
number 1.
On me and on this side.
That's the
Those
one
those
I
two stood out to
recommend.
me.
So that's the 3. That's the Michelin
But it's
star 3.
it's because the story behind like how all that shit happened. You
Do
know what I
tell.
mean? Like, I'm in San Diego, having a good time. You know what I mean? Good shrimp.
hard not to.
Good
Yeah.
food.
Facts.
You have to try not to have a good time in
Yeah,
that city.
and I had called my boy Alexis, which is Bootleg Kev's artist, and this is when I just started. So this is like right
I was
after
gonna
It's
talk about
Daily.
Lexus. Y'all been
Yeah, no, that's my dog.
we need him on a pod, but continue.
Yeah, make that happen for sure. But I had called him up when I was in San Diego, and I was like, "Hey, tell Kev I want to come over there and record." And he's like, "All right, like how many hours do you want?" And I was like, "A month." He's like, "What do you mean a month? I want 8 hours a day for a month."
I want all
30
of them.
days straight.
Nobody fucking
I want
believed
all
me.
the hours.
And I was like, "No, call him and tell him I want 8 hours a day for 30 days." He calls Kev, tells me how much the price is. He says, "Send half right now if you're serious." I sent him fucking half. this point, this is right after like It's Daily, so like I didn't have like this crazy fucking catalog that I could show people.
Just
you know
after
what I mean?
your first project.
Yeah, but I just felt so good, like, you know what I mean? Just traveling and doing shit that like I couldn't do before, you know what I mean? And I felt good. And I was like, this is the fucking chance I'm gonna get. This is the guy I get in front of. Obviously, Bootleg Kev's, you know, Bootleg Kev.
Right.
But finally I fly to LA. I go out there. This is when I just meet Chalk. Chalk walks in the studio, doesn't fucking acknowledge me. Alexis like told him that I was there, and he
This is Vino you're talking about, right?
No, this is Alexis. And
Oh,
then-
sorry, Alexis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm in the studio, and Chalk walks in. He goes to the back room, and Alexis goes and grabs him. Like, no, this is the artist I was telling you about. Chalk walks in there like, you know, whatever. Like, you want to hear some beats? How much you got? Play something, and that's when he played the beat for Lights Out. It's the first fucking beat he played for me. I said, load him up. How much? I said a price. I cashed him out on the spot.
Damn.
If that doesn't prove cash talks.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But on top of that, I booked the fucking studio for 30 days. Like,
yeah.
I
You're
still
ready to
got
work.
the fucking cash out.
I was gonna say, you came in with that
Yeah,
attitude. Damn.
30 days. And then right after, he was just like, what the fuck? Like, you're from Arizona. Like, why didn't you never reach out to me? And I'm big on, like, I've never reached
You're
out to
humble
someone.
though. We talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just sitting here next to you. I get that sense, bro.
I just never will reach out to somebody and be like, oh, man, like, can you send me a beat pack? Like, no, I want to get in front of you and be in the same room so you can see what I do and then be like, all right, choose for yourself if you want to work with me or you don't. Either way, there's no harm, no foul. But, like, I know if I get in front of you, you're not going to turn down what I'm going to be saying on these beats right now.
It's crazy because I feel like people will go so hard to present a certain way virtually or like on social media, and then you get that in-person thing, and it's not,
Yeah.
it doesn't line up.
Right.
And it's like, people could come at you and be like, you're missing out on opportunities that way, bro.
Yeah.
Like, by wanting to do it in person. And it's just like, I actually feel like that's a much better model where it's just like, no, I'm being 100% myself. And the times that it does happen, it's locked in and it's done.
No, facts.
Yeah.
Like, even
and that
Kev
creates a
wasn't...
lore for you.
Kev got his check. This motherfucker pulled up to the last session, only because Chalk called him and was like, "Hey, you got to come see this guy. Like, you need
This
to
guy
come
just
meet him."
rented a suite out for a month.
Basically.
Can we get the
Can you at
hotel
least come in?
manager in here for
He
a
would
bottle
pull
of
up. No, I'm
champagne?
sorry. He would pull up.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
like get the rest of his shit. Like, I gave him half up front through Cash App, and he would pull up, get the rest of his check, and shake my hand and
But
leave.
that
Didn't
leave-
fucking play. Like, didn't hear one song. Didn't even care.
Really?
Didn't even fucking have no interest.
Damn.
Until Chalk called him and was like, "Hey, you need to come sit down and like talk to the man."
I don't know. And no disrespect to Bootleg Kev, but if someone is renting my space for a month, I think I'd want to
Yeah.
be like...
I'd be like, that guy's
unless that's happening to
betting
him.
on
Unless
himself.
people are doing that all the time. I mean, I don't know.
It's hard to
but
say because I mean he has a lot of fucking
I get it.
rich ass A-list artists that got the bread that could do that shit.
Sure.
So to him it's probably like, motherfucker, I got fucking.
But he didn't know you were from Arizona
Jamie, what's
either.
30 days times 8 hours?
No.
Yeah, but if I'm knowing that connection and knowing he's from here, I don't know. Listen,
It's funny because
no disrespect. But
he had a live on Instagram before I actually went out there, and this is when That's Daily dropped. I played him Full Court Press, and he was playing in his live, and he was just bobbing his head to it, and then he stopped, and he was like, "I can tell you could rap, man." He's like, "But it sounds like you're talking on here." He's like, "I don't," because I couldn't play this again. Most people would have been like, fuck you, like, you know what I mean? I was like, all right, bet. I'll see your ass in L.A. You know what I mean?
constructive
Like,
criticism, dude.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
gonna
like
see your ass in L.A. and you're really gonna see.
Damn.
That, I'll be honest, that kind of mentality, is that born? Have you been like that your whole life? Or was that shaped? Because it takes a certain kind of dog to have that, dude. It really does.
I say it was born,
shrug
but
off a comment
as
like
far as
that.
the music side, I never wanted to rap, man. Like, I'll be honest, I produced for like fucking 10 years, but like all the people that I made beats for never released music. And then finally one day I was just like, bro, I'm about to just do this shit. Like,
Damn.
whatever, let me do it. But it took me a while to find my voice. So if you notice from like It's Daily to now, like it probably sounds night and day.
You
know what
see
I mean?
but you see
Completely
the growth,
different.
yeah.
But I had to find my sound and how I wanted to carry myself, like as far as music. And then at the point I'm at right now, I feel like you could put me in the fucking room with anybody and I'm gonna do my thing for sure. Like, that's just that.
Do you feel like with your experience, like you've talked about how you've gone through all these kind of iterations, you've gone through these whatever, transformations you've gone through, you put your time in. Is there a tip? Is there a piece of advice or a few pieces of advice that you could give an artist that would save them some time? Or is there really just no alternative? Because I could see both, to be honest.
Man,
To just putting in the time and just
it's
figuring it out.
build a fucking team.
We know that.
There's no way to like.
Can't do
I
it by
tried
yourself,
doing this
man.
shit forever. Like you gotta think like, you gotta learn how to fucking run ads yourself, do marketing, fucking playlisting, book shows, make the music. You know, it's just too much.
People need to seize.
So
basically.
okay,
And
so,
I tried for a long time. Then I just started realizing like, it's fucking possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So then you got guys like sees that he wasn't even in the fucking music side of this shit and helped a fucking ton. And now I'm like, all right, I could take a fucking breather and be like, I got somebody that could fucking help me do this.
Oh, you just got
and
back
this.
from Mexico. Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, man. And
was
shout out
that
to my dog Cello too, man. Cello put this together. I performed at the Boo Bar out there. And
Puerto Penasco.
Puerto Penasco, yeah, Malicon.
at the Boo Bar, dude.
Yeah. No, that shit was a vibe, man.
You find a boo out there? Or no?
I did it, man. It was just a fucking blast, though. And I laugh because it's like everybody out there don't fucking speak English, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're performing and like...
It's all a vibe.
They're just going off of the beat and
all
the
a vibe.
energy and they're
Listen,
just
dude,
vibing.
I used to
but,
listen to reggaeton, and I'd be in there. I'd listen to
Yeah.
Wisin and Yandel, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And that's for sure a goal, though. I want a fucking Spanish record, bro.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't know, like,
Hey,
fluent
Lexus.
Spanish.
Can Lexus...
He's definitely a guy.
I mean,
for
you already
sure.
got that connection, it seems
Yeah.
like, so that might be
I
a
gotta
thing.
get a Spanish record, man. I'm just excited to try that shit.
Man. What was it like open up for Currency, bro? I just saw you just did that. Listen, Currency, those who know real rap, real hip-hop, like, legend in the game. What was that like?
That shit was amazing, bro. Like, for one, the crowd he brought in there already before I performed, obviously, it's Currency. He's a fucking crazy, amazing artist, bro.
Yeah.
But his fan base is fucking dope, bro. Like,
Loyal.
that's probably my favorite performance for sure, hands down.
Wow.
Because, for one, the crowd really fucked with me, but the music matched. You know what I mean? I had music that sounded like it can go with some Currency type vibes. So, like, the energy they were giving back to me from the second I stepped on stage and started talking, they were already vibing with me. You know, I'm throwing pre-rolls out to the crowd already. I know they
saw
smoke.
that.
It's Currency fans. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
first thing I'm going to do, I had to start planning in my mind, though. Like, I sent my friend to the dispensary before I got there, and I'm like, hey,
Buy some
the second I
pre-rolls.
fucking get up there, I was like, these are Currency fans, bro. They all smoke weed. Like, the
Dude,
second I get up there, I'm going to say something. I'm going to fucking throw some weed in the crowd. From there, I feel like the second I did that, they're already invested.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? This is a fucking cool kid. He's got to be dope. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Then I started performing, and I could say hands up. I could say, and everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
But the second Currency came on, the live band, man, like it was everybody, phones out, standing up, like it was
Man.
dope,
someone
man.
named
And he
Marshawn
put on a
part of
fucking
that?
show. Shout out to Marshawn for sure. Him and Cello ran that whole thing, man. Big shout out to Marshawn, man. He's definitely connecting me with a lot of resources as far as
Who's
performing.
Marshawn?
TG Connects,
He's
man.
telling us.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yes sir.
Okay.
A lot of these shows you're seeing me on right now is gonna be through Marshawn Saint, man. Definitely showing some love for sure.
All right. All right.
yeah.
Very connected, man, and he's just a humble guy from Ohio. Came out here. He doesn't really know a ton of people. I linked up with him through Marcelo. And
This sounds like a Drake story, dude. What are you talking
it for
about?
real?
Yo, wait, hold
Does
on.
it?
I hooked up with him, Marcelo. Were you in the Polo Lounge too? Just chilling there, dude? Like, damn.
That's, yeah, it sounds like you definitely have that vibe of like I met this person in this particular place. I'm at this
Yeah.
So it seems like I feel like everything you present or you always know like, and you said this at the very beginning of the episode. You're like, I know to have a team around me. I know there's a branding that you have to set when people see you out in public.
Right.
And it seems like you take advantage of those moments. So it's like every time you have a story to talk about, a show or whatever, you put yourself in the right position to know like,
Yeah.
this has got to be a moment, not only for me, but the people that are around me or the people that introduced to me. I got to leave with an impact. So like you
Right.
said, I'm buying pre-rolls for a Currency show that
smart.
I'm doing. Like you seem to know how to put yourself in a good position,
Yep.
stand out, but also, like you said, when you're making music, I don't want to do it over the internet. I want you to be in the
Yeah.
room with me making it. So it's something like everything is like you're capturing the moment. You know, like if I'm there in front of you, you're never gonna say no.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not gonna forgive
it's
me either.
impossible.
No, that's right. And me 2 years ago, man, I wouldn't have fucking known how to do this shit, like going to shows, you know what I mean? Like people, you go up there and just rap, and it's like, that's cool, it's dope, you can rap.
Yeah.
But if the crowd is not engaging with you and you don't know how to get that reaction out of them, it really doesn't mean anything. Like
There's 1,000
you don't leave
people
them
that
with
do that.
something it's 1,000 people that can go up there and rap their fucking ass off.
And be good at it.
Yeah,
And really good.
And really could rap. You know
Give
what I
me
mean?
some
But like,
value.
I need the crowd to like see what I'm doing and paint this picture to them. You know what I mean? Like, but it took me a long time to finally figure that shit out. And now it's kind of like second nature for me. Like, I don't know.
It's like a factory now.
All right, it was probably my last question. When you're talking about, okay, your advice is build a team. I think Dom and I have seen people where, you get that, the average millionaire has 7 to 8 income streams. And so they do 7 to 8 things at once and none of them are going great. You know what I mean? And it's like, so and then we see people, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it all by myself. Yeah, that's got its downsides. Oh, I'm going to build a team right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And everyone's got 20% of nothing. You know what I mean? What do you look for in a team? What differentiates the people that should be in your circle, out of your circle, in your opinion?
To me, it's like everyone has to know their role. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like all my friends fucking rap. You know what I mean? Like, they rap or they sing, and like, we'll all try it. You know what I mean? But it's hard to focus on the music and then still be trying to line up a show and then figure out how to run an ad over here because you got a fan base out there. Like,
come out with YouTube content,
it's
and
exhausting,
Instagram
bro.
Content
And I fucking promise you, I thought I could YouTube University for fucking 6 months straight, and I'll go back and tell them what I learned, or they'll tell me what they learned, and it's like, all right, cool, we figured something out. And I'm like, fuck, that still ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough, but you have to have specific people. Like, if I got a manager, I want them to do these specific things. If I got a road manager, I want them to do that. If I got a producer, I want them just to make beats. I don't want you to rap and make beats. I want you to just make beats because this is what the team needs. If I got a cameraman, I want you to be the cameraman. You know what I mean? Like, but it is hard to find, man. It is hard to find. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm still building as we go, but like,
so there is a little trial and error to it, basically.
There's trial and error, man.
Like you got to be willing to put a little money out there, try it with someone,
yeah,
and be evaluating them.
Yeah, and sometimes you're gonna have to do shit by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to figure it out. We're in Mexico with my fucking homeboy, DJ didn't fucking show up. So I'm in Mexico, I'm DJing my own set and DJing my friend's set.
Oh.
But I had to learn that day. Like, I'm talking about, and shout out to DJ Odd, I know she was just up here.
Yeah, we just
shout out
interviewed
DJ
her.
Odd, man. I FaceTimed her and she walked me through the whole fucking shit.
Damn.
Turntables, tell me where to connect
Wow,
wires
that's
at, man.
dope, dude.
Yeah, so I'm over there
We'll clip
DJing
that,
all my
dude,
homies'
for
sets
sure.
and shit. And it was fun as fuck, though. Like, it felt good, though. Like, I enjoy that. Like, if I can learn something myself and be like, oh, shit, now I know, hey, if our DJ don't show up, I got y'all. Like, we good. We're going to figure this shit out regardless. That's just a beautiful thing, man. Like, I don't want to ever stop learning anything I can learn. You know what I mean? Just in case that person doesn't show up, I want to be able to step up and be like, hey, I can do this for us. And that's huge to me.
Listen, I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now. Daily, look in that camera right there, bro. What's coming? What can we expect? What can the people look out for? Talk to us about your future.
Working on a EP right now that my manager sees on my ass about. But I'm only taking I ain't gonna say a break, because the music is fucking there. I'm gonna tell you right now, the music is done.
Yeah.
It's just placing this shit in order. But like, I'm doing these shows, and this is the part that like is huge for me because I wasn't able to have access to it the way I have now. And I have a tour right now that we're on right now, me and Weston, and they're gonna see me in fucking Austin, Houston, Dallas, LA, New York, fucking Maryland. You're gonna see me everywhere right now.
DMV,
And you're gonna hear this first. Y'all hear this first. I haven't announced any of this shit at all. But this is why I'm so locked in. I'm just focused on fucking shows and getting prepared for that. The music is there. And I don't want to drop music on fucking deaf ears. I'm worried about building this fucking fan base up to the way I can. So that way when I drop this fucking music, it's out of here.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focused on right now. And I know everybody keeps asking about this Big Sad feature, Big Sad 1900. It's done, man. Y'all tell C's he picked the fucking day. We could drop that whenever. I'm going to just say that much.
Hey, you heard it here, boys. Listen, Within Range Podcast, Daily C's. We appreciate y'all pulling up. This was dope. We're locked in for life.
Come on.
Whatever shows, whatever events you got coming up, we're pulling up, bro.
Let's
Thank
go.
you so much. This was better than we could have expected.
Dude,
boys.
I really am. I'd hate my contractor's crying right now. Like,
Yeah, that
actually
wall's
fired
coming
up,
down,
dude. That
dude.
wall's coming down, dude. I'm ready to go, dude. Appreciate you coming out, man.
I
It's an
appreciate
honor.
that having me, bro. This is
Thank
a
you.
fun ass interview, man. For
Hell
real.
yeah, man.
Fire, bro.
Good.
Drew, hit that music.